Seems like a relic of yesteryear when a rivalry is built on tainted water. But as these fans know, the Little Brown Jug history is a long one, and when it's on the line, everyone is thirsty for a sip of victory. Glad to have you with us from Huntington Bank Stadium. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Gophers offense will go on the attack first. The Gophers put up quite a fight for the Jug last year, but it was the Wolverines pulling out a close one.
And that's not a surprise. Michigan dominates this series, and they own the Little Brown Jug. You might as well put Wolverines on it as much as they've won it. They need to make sure they set the tone early. Don't give Minnesota life. Show their dominance early in this football game.
You know, you had to wonder last year if a lot of those players at Michigan maybe weren't thinking about, you know, the rivalries with Penn State, Michigan State, and obviously Ohio State at the end of the year. Minnesota is not a program you can overlook, though, because they are tough and they are scrappy, and they're coming for that Little Brown Jug.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Tracy. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Golden Gophers are marching down the field. The run inside. It's Taylor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So Michigan's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes Andrew Marsh. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. You just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then. A little, you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all of those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are, and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
You know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about.
Throws it deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside. It's Taylor. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough, and there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. In the lore of the Little Brown Jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told him, well, come win it if you want it so bad.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen.
Snags it, and there's running room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able.
There's some room. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now it looks as if we have an injured Golden Gopher on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Golden Gophers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Just steamrolling the defense. And he's brought down after a nice gain. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. In the red area, it's Taylor. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting the scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. Right? You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. You, as an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive and get some points on the score on this next possession.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. He rifles one deep to the left. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Taylor has it. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. Unleashes it on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. The moments, the big plays from rivalry games like this one etched in your memories, and here are some that I'm sure will bring back some warm and some heartbreaking memories. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Underwood. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. The sure hands, it's Marshall. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now, this guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their pass.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so up.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When I get inside the 3 on first and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
To the air on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Brought down at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from the pick six.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Got his man on the right. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding cover.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Looking for room at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted on the 25-yard line. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
From the red zone, it's Taylor. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Gophers will take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
It's complete on the right side. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Throwing, Underwood. A little screen to the running back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Stepping to the right. Going for it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
This has been a nightmare for the offense. What's one of the most critical statistics in any college football game? It's the turnover battle. They've already got 3, David. We're not even through the first half. This couldn't be any worse if you're on offense.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise why they're trailing in this football game. When you continue to give the football to the other team and put your defense in a bind, you're going to give up points. So they've got to find something with this offense that they can do well, because right now they're finding a good way to turn it over. But they got to do something positive to get back in this football game.
We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the 2nd half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the 3rd quarter. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Makes it past the marker. And an explosive play. Has him on the move. And he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times.
And it's picked off for the third time today.
And that's another mistake for this young man. It's one thing to have one or two and miss a throw here or there, but he continues to put the ball in harm's way, continues to give it to the other team, and set his defense up in a bad position. That's 6 picks in 2 games.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5. It's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Strong, firm tackle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give is to Taylor. There's a crease. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing. That's caught. It's Marshall. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Underwood. Pressure coming. And they got it.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Underwood. They get to him as he throws. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, the quarterback has done a terrific job here today, guys. Over 150 yards passing, but they have yet to answer on the ground. They want to keep this defense guessing, not get predictable in their play.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Flips it out in the flat. Breaks. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He'll pull it on the read. He never had a chance, never came close to converting that 4th down. Great job by this defense.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Here's Underwood to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Bunch formation for these receivers. Off play action on 1st down. The throw. Makes the grab. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Under fire. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You just can't. The quarterback like that, the defender got caught red-handed. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. They want to throw it. Here's the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dumps it off in the flats. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And the punishment has been extended. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Throwing, Underwood, working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on.
Touchdown, Minnesota! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. It's been rare to see the Gophers take control in this rivalry like this, but they can almost taste the water from the little brown jug.
No doubt, and that water is tasting good right now. Minnesota doing a great job handling the moment, handling the pressure. Most of the time, they're underdogs in this game, doing what they need to do. Now they just got to finish.
Yeah, Michigan just looks shell-shocked at this point. They can't believe what's been happening. But give Minnesota credit, man. They're hitting on all cylinders, and they're just playing at a different intensity level.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, one of the things I'm keeping my eyes on, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He has got so much wear and tear. Coming off that loss last week, he said it's been a challenging week of practice. And I can tell you early in this ball game, this is something I'm going to keep my eyes on. How he is performing, moving under center, dropping back, and how his arm looks despite his banged up body. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see what kind of problems that might cause. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make it.
Got a little grass, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, one thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game that he has had to really fight through some soreness throughout the course of this week. I can tell you he's already taken some contact, and and it is definitely a storyline that I am following throughout the course of this game. I'll keep you posted with everything I hear down here on the sidelines. Back to you guys.
We'll see how they react. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Underwood throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's got him this time. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field. But how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Oh, they're after him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Wolverines are rolling down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
That is exactly what the defense was hoping for. Down close to the end zone, they bring the all-out blitz. They've got numbers, they've got people shooting gaps, and they didn't give the offense a second to even think. They were swarmed and surrounded getting that safety.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the... And he throws another interception. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he scores! Touchdown, Minnesota! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
But when you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Again, it's Underwood. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're in...
He's got it down the right side. Finds a seam. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive...
They will score! Touchdown, Wolverines! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. An 84-yard drive there, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Finds his man. It's Hayes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Golden Gophers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Turner. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Reese?
All right, Holly. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Throwing, Underwood, under fire. Got his man on the outside. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Pulls it in. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And the Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. Might be changing the route. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take a shot. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Minnesota sideline, this has been such a positive experience. They brought this transfer wide receiver in for a reason. They needed him to bolster their wide receiving core and be a bigger piece of this offense, and he has delivered on all of those. I've seen him talking to all the other guys, keeping guys motivated and hyped. It is so exciting to see what the future holds for this transfer. He has fit right in here today in his first game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Got it in the middle. It's Hayes. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. And so it's Minnesota who will be sipping the nectar of victory and taking home the little brown jug by beating Michigan. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.